The second stage of the making or the playing stage is about editing. And this is where those recordings are going to come in very handy. So if you'll remember, you would have recorded everything it is that you improved, whether it's the park bench exercise, whether it's the speaker's corner exercise, anything like that, you want to record. And then you're going to want to share it amongst each other, take it home and transcribe it. And when I talk about transcribing, it's very simple. All you're doing is you're listening back and you're typing up everything that you hear. It's a very long process. It's a very long way. But it means that by the end of this transcription process, you have a bunch of scenes, you have a bunch of information, a bunch of stuff that you can work with. And you're not sitting there going, oh my gosh, I can't remember what happened in that improv. Oh, wait, it was this, this, and this, and you start misremembering and da-da-da-da-da. If you've recorded everything and if you transcribe all the things, then it means that you've got a big chunk of stuff to work with moving forward. Now, once you've transcribed all the scenes, the way that I like to work is taking bits of improv and doing all of this kind of parallel to each other. So in the day, you're sort of taking the improv moments, you're improvising, you're coming up with things, you're recording it, and then taking that stuff home with you or spending some time in the afternoon, sharing it amongst each other and transcribing. And then the next day, taking all of those things that have been transcribed and working them and editing them in the room together. So you'll have this bunch of text and you'll say, oh, this is the most interesting bit from that improv, or oh no, this was the most interesting bit, and where can we expand on that, and what should we should lose a little bit of that. So you start editing it and working on it as a script writing team when you're in the room together. Generally, you might ask a couple of people to work as a writer's room. So you'll be sitting there as a group, trying to figure out what it is that really works, what doesn't work, arguing about it, finding jokes that work, and figuring out what it is that you can lose and what you should be keeping. And by the end of this process, you should have a relatively firm group of scenes that you can still continue to work on, but that can form the basis of a script. As you're editing the scenes, really think about those first questions that you asked yourself. What is the most important thing that needs to be spoken about in each of these scenes? What are the central moments that need to be looked at? What are the topics? Who are the people who are talking about these topics? And are you on the right track with the things that you initially set out to do in the first few moments of creating this piece? Always ask yourself, why me? Why the story? And why now? And while you're doing this, also think about your pirate map. Think about all of these different moments and where it was that you initially saw them going, because now we're moving into the section about structuring your piece.